Danger. Good start, Dave. Anyway, welcome to Timber Tales with Dave. Dangerous Dave. Another video. They're coming thick and fast now, aren't they? One a month. Better than none every 6 months, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, yes, Birdhouse. We have a fancy birdhouse. Is this project? I'll show you a little photo. Oh, this is the design I've come up with. You'll notice it's quite similar to the book houses I've been making. You might have seen those, which I thought just a natural progression with similar design, just for a different occupant. Birds instead of books. So yeah, so it's actually I've already made it. And normally I do it like video. I do it like what's the word? Sequentially. I do the intro and then I make it and then I do the outro. But I've done it the other way around this time. I've made it first and now I'm doing the intro. It's just there. I'll give you a little sneak peek in a bit. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got to do the finishing. Finish it. Yeah, I've got to finish it. Put some oil on and make it look nice and that. But yeah, I think it's come out pretty good. Like I say, it's pretty much the same as the book houses I've been making, just with a few extra bits glued to it, which is good. So yeah, some of the same techniques have been used, but I've learned some new ones as well, which is always it's always good. That's why you have to do different things. So yeah, a few bits left to do, but yeah, I thought I'd get the intro video out of the way. Yeah, it's fun. It was a fun build, this bank holiday build, as you'll notice in the upcoming footage. It's going to be like a two-parter, I think. Even with speeding up some of the processes, the multiple processes. It's even still it was like an hour's worth of footage, so I sort of split it up, just whatever. But yeah, it was a fun one, and I hope you enjoy watching how it went down, because I'm definitely going to do another one. This one's going to be a gift, I think. So, but it would be nice to do another one, because it was quite a fun project. Right, I'll just give you a quick sneak peek. Yeah, check this bad boy out. I think it looks like the. I'll just take you off the stand. Yeah, it kind of resembles the picture. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, birdie goes in there. So I've designed it for robins, or that's what the internet says this style's for. But I think they'll all be fighting over the chance to get in there. But that's okay. Like I say, I've still got to do a bit of finishing, put some oil on, and I need to drill a fixing hole. But that's okay. I've left the roof loose. I'll explain that in there a bit later on in the upcoming footage. The reasons for that. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Right. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. Okay then, we have a very long piece of American cherry. I was going to use, I'll talk about that in a sec. I was going to use a piece of B&Q banana wood, but this bit here, but it's cupped, it's bent, and it's twisted. Like literally everything bad about a piece of wood, it is. So I just went and picked up this piece from my local supplier, Exotic Hardwoods. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants to have a go and get some. Very good selection and very pleasant to deal with. But yes, I highly recommend them. For this piece of wood, I actually ordered an 80-inch piece, but they've given me a 100-inch piece. I'm assuming because of this, but that's okay. I can work around that anyway. It all gets chopped up anyway. But yeah, I cannot fault their service whatsoever. So yeah, I've had them rough playing it as well. I've had it rough sawn before, but you know, it's just it is a lot of work doing it by hand. So I thought I'd pay. It is an extra £10 on the bill, but I think that'll save a lot of time. Then I could just get straight to finish planing it then. But yeah, I've asked them to pick me out a piece with the sapwood in as well. I think that works really well, that two-tone colour variation. Let me just flip her over. Yeah, look at that. That's so good. I'm going to call them tomorrow and say thank you. Luke wasn't there, the guy that runs the place. I just went to pick this up. But yeah, I'm going to offer some gratitude in the morning, I think. But yeah, let's have a go at making some, I say. So the tricky bit now is figuring out where to go. I think the best way to go for it is just chop a chunk off and it'll come out as it comes out. You saw the basic design just, so I do need to figure out. I think what I'll do first, I did have it planed on the two wide sides, the two faces, but I need to plane the edges, I think. But I don't think I do now. That needs to be done. It was like another £8 to do the edges. I thought I'll handle that bit myself. So what I think I need to do first is I'll add up the total length of all the bits, and then I can plane all the edges in one go. I think that'll be a bit of make an easier job of it. So yeah, let's figure that out. I'll speed you up again a bit, just so you're not watching me try and do maths. Okay, what have we got here? So a piece of paper. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll figure out what this is, and then I'll jump back into chopping up. So I've worked it out. It's roughly a metre. Came out to 950 or thereabouts. So I'll do a metre, and then that'll allow for the saw cuts. And this back bit here, the back bit doesn't really have to be any defined size. I mean, the whole thing doesn't have to be a defined size. So we'll start with a metre, and then in the future, if we make another one of these, we know we can just go straight for metre lengths and then chop it up accordingly. So let's put a little marquee. We'll say this is the face. We'll do all our measurements off there. Well, we will when we get planed up nicely. That should be a good starter. Right, let's get set up for chopping. Shall I do it here? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Save me taking that off. Well, actually, I don't need that on now. Right, I'll take my thing off. I'll take the planing board off, and then I can get it flat on the bench to chop it up. Do you know what I need? I need to make a thing to put the drawings on the wall. That might be good. Right there. Yeah, I'll have a look into that. Might be useful. Okay, cooking the gas now. Clamps. Let's go for a straight, simple cut across here first, and then can have a look at doing some planing. So this board, I think it was 100 inches. So Yes, just over 2.5. Well, just under 2.5 meters. So if we wanted to do another one, we've got plenty of wiggle room for another one. Because this one's going to be a present, you see. You didn't see any of that. This one's going to be a present for someone, but I would like to do one for myself as well. Right, that seems stable enough. I think we'll use this bad boy. So I don't know if I mentioned before, I got this from a friend's father-in-law. It's an old saw, definitely a saw. I think it's called a ripping saw, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's still very sharp. I'm not sure how old it is. There's no branding that I could see. I think maybe Sheffield somewhere. But yeah, it's very good. So let's see what we can do. That. That's so satisfying. Sawing wood in such a manner. Wicked. So there's a 1 meter piece of wood. I always do this. I have to remember not to rub my hands across. I've only got one splinter so far in all of my carpentry foils. But yeah, stop doing this. Okay, let's get us set up for some planing action. Right then, I'm not sure how much of this you'll see because it's a long board, but we'll give it a go. Right, I only need to clean it up. I think it's quite square already, so I think just quick clean up on the face and we should be good to go. Good enough for a birdhouse anyway. And the setup, all right. Try and do it all in one go. It's a little bit of a heavy cut. That's okay. I'll tweak it a little bit. I think that one slice has sorted that side out. I'm going to flip them round. I never know when to do like half and half on this kind of thing. A little bit more. I'm after one of those Japanese wood block planes. I think they're called Kana planes. Kana, if I'm not mistaken. But that would be ideal for something like this. Very much. I'm going against the grain here. I think I need to go back the other way. Very much for finishing, which is the outlook for this. I think I might swap to my other Jap plane actually. And then that's got a very sharp blade on. But yeah, one of those Japanese planes look pretty cool. They're the ones they use for those for the competitions where they get the super long strip of super long shading and super thin. It's always been impressive. There's a bit of a dip here. Yeah, there is. That'll be awkward to get it. I think what I'll do, I'll leave that area for a moment, and I'll tackle that when it's in a smaller piece, rather than trying to slice down the whole thing. I am just making this all up as I go along, by the way. That's okay. Yeah, I'm happy I don't have to do this whole face now. That was well worth the extra £10. It's still rough. It's got the bite marks from the plane, the rotary plane. That's okay. We can figure that out accordingly. Right, let's figure out measuring and things like that. Right then, bit of a plan. I'm going to do the back, the base, and the front, sort of at the same time. They're all the same width, you see. So if I get it out of one piece, they'll all sort of, if you know what I mean. So they should all match. They should all match in width and thickness and all things like that. And then with the sides and the roof, that can just be made to fit with sheer will and determination and careful measurements and all that kind of jazz. You know, the classic ingredients for success. So yeah, let's have a go at marking those out. I think what I'll do is I'll figure out what size it needs to be, chop that off, and then I can sort of refine that shorter piece of wood, and then I'll break it up into the smaller pieces. Like the front piece is quite a small bit. I don't really want to fiddle around with that, trying to get that plane. So I think what I'll do first is figure out the size for those 3 bits, and then chop them up accordingly. Right then. So it's a lovely spring morning on a Saturday. Sun shines out. It's bank holiday weekend as well. So hopefully I should be able to get this done in 3 days. Yeah, that's my mission for this bank holiday weekend. So what have we got first? So if I start with the back, that's 200mm. And then we've got a 158. I think the base is going to be like, I got, obviously all the sizes aren't critical. I don't think birds are too fussy about perfect sizing, but it can be tweaked afterwards. Alright, so I'll go with that then. I was doing some research, and I think the minimum size for a birdhouse is like a 4-inch floor space, depending on the bird, obviously. But your smaller variety should be all right. Your robins, your tits, your sparrows. I don't know what sparrows nest in. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're aiming for robin occupiers. Okay, so let's do a bit of sawing action. I still haven't found a more suitable setup for sawing yet, other than just clamping it to the bed and clamping it to the table and going for it. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I mean, it works. Just a bit sketchy though. I would like to get a nicer saw with a finer tooth pattern. At the moment, I've got the Big Ripper, and that works all right. But my fine saw is just this laminate saw that I've got, which is okay, and it works. But yeah, I think I want to try and find a tighter TPI saw that's a bit more traditional. But yeah, anyway, let's go for this. Right on the line, I think. Oh, it's ace with the morning sun. Get a good idea of what's going on. You see that? I think so. Just about. Maybe you'd be better in the sunshine. Alright, I'll move you around so you can get a better look from this direction. Noisy seagull, do you mind? Okay. Yeah, that's a good shot. I always try and do the sawing right really quickly. It's not like I'm under time constraints or anything. I think that's just a product from going to work, and I tend to try your best to do things quickly. The whole point of this carpentry is to slow down a little bit. No rush. Good job, Dave. So moved. Ah, that's a 9. Okay. Sawing complete. Okay, so we have a rough planed board here. I'm going to try and finish it off a little bit with me new jack plane. We'll just try and get these marks out. Again, it is a birdhouse, so nothing too crazy. You can always sand it down a little bit afterwards. But yeah, I just want to get these rough planes out. So yeah, like I said, it was an extra 10 quid to have the board planed, but that saves a lot of time. I haven't yet I have thought about getting a planing device, but that's about 300-400 quid, so I'm unsure about that yet. You know, that's like 30 trips to the wood shop. You know, that's a lot. It's a big investment for something that won't save a great deal of money over time. If I had loads to do, it would be worth investing. But you know, the amount of wood that I buy, I think chucking a tenner at it when I do, it's a lot more cost effective. So yeah, let's give this a go. Get me a plane dialed in. Could probably do the sharpening. Bit of a sharpening at some point. I have done it recently, but I'm still learning how grain direction works. It's very obvious when you're planing and it grabs. I think the grain's going each every way on this thing. I'm still getting tired, so I don't know if it's me or what, but I think you can just sand that. I've gotten rid of the wavy plane marks anyway. Let's try the other side. Yeah, made it out. Maybe it's just the wood. out. So, attempt at planing complete. I think we'll get the sander out and we'll have a go at giving a sanding as well. Right then, bit of sanding action. Let's go straight to 120 grit, I think. No, 240. It's already reasonably planed. I was just getting lots of tear out. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me or I need to sharpen my plane a bit better. I'll do that a bit later, I think. Alright, sanding set up. I've got some of this stuff, anti-slip stuff. Seems to be effective. What's that? That feels like 120. I've got some 240, I think. Oh, sandpaper house coming in use. So it was like all piled up in here before, like this. But yeah, I know exactly where it is and what grit it is as well, which is very useful. So that was a solid build. Okay. And I've got this fella. This is the tool to get the holes in the sandpaper. So it the dust collector works. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this sander. This is a good purchase. Let me just get that fella like that and bonk him on. Give him a bonk. I'll poke the holes in. Very satisfying, that is. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. This stuff isn't very good. Yeah, that's a better finish. I think I will jump up a bit. It's still not taking out the tear out, so I'll jump up a bit and then try and get that a bit better. I think I'll have to hold it in a vise as well. I'm struggling a bit here. I'll put that 120 piece back in. Sanding complete.